So, all right. So once again, I'm live. What's up, man? What's going on? Yep. You said what?
Hold on.
You said what? It's already on. It's already on. You hear me? I don't know if it froze up or whatever, but yeah, what it is. Yeah, what's up, man?
Living, man, living. You feel me? Chak, what up, man?
Yeah, what's up? Doing all right?
Living the scheme, you know what I mean? Living the scheme, you know what I mean?
All right. Got a couple things I'm gonna cover. Chak, you there?
Big Chak up in the building.
You're not on mute, but you're on. They don't say you're on mute. If you come back in. All right, so yeah, yesterday they had a big show down there in California, you know, the BET Awards. For what it was worth, I think it was a clown show. As you can see on the screen, that's Miss Taraji P. Henson. So, let's see what she's saying. All right, here we go. All right, what's up, man? You good? You there?
Peace. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Let's get this show
on
the
road, I had a phone call. That was Dawson calling her. She said the link. She said the live not coming up on her. The link you sent her, the YouTube live. I told her she might have to go out and come back in or something.
Want to just put it in the chat
real quick? Frank? What up, Frank?
No. We got it. I got it. I'm gonna send it to her straight out. There you go. I just sent it to her straight out.
Dawson up in the building. Okay. Dawson gonna be spitting some man.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
All right, boy.
What up, Frank, man? How your weekend was, dog?
It was all right, man. It was cool, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit went quick.
You should have went to the BET Awards.
That motherfucker, I fucking around and probably would have got into it with somebody with that motherfucker. So real shit. You know what I'm saying? I would have had to probably fuck somebody up. You know what I'm saying? Man. I don't like I told BJ I knew it. They was gonna push some kind of political agenda. They always do that in these so-called black award shows. You know what I'm saying? What does politics got to do with
it? They was on it last night for real. Now listen, I want you to hear this. This is what's her name? Taraji. I want you to hear this now.
Chess, not checkers. It's about making decisions that will affect us as human beings, our careers, our next generations to come. Did you know that it is now a crime to be homeless? Pay attention. It's not a secret. Look it up. They are attacking our most vulnerable citizens. The Project 2025 plan is not a game. Look it up.
Pause it real quick.
Time for us to play chess, not checkers. It's about making decisions that will affect us as humans.
No, she also said that they trying to bring back the draft. Who do you think they're going to draft first? She also said some other things, too.
But see, she talking that homeless thing. She talking that homeless thing, but that happened under the Biden administration. What is she talking about? Dude, we be on some dude. So you're pushing a Democrat. You're pushing the vote us to vote for a Democrat. But the Democrats made up these policies, man. Didn't Gavin Newsom have the $900 steel policy, man, in California out here? Come on, man. Let's stop it, man. You know, all these we talking about fact checking Biden and Trump. These motherfuckers need to be fact.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at this.
Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
No, they not.
There's a full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote.
Yep.
The freedom to love who you love. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election.
Yeah, I see why you played it. This is
so cringe. Oh my God.
I see why you played this. It's so scripted.
Oh
But see, the thing is, all this stuff is happening under the Democrat. All this stuff is happening under the Biden administration. So what are they talking about?
Hold on, man.
They know, they know black people stupid. Look,
look, man.
they know black people are stupid, bro. And they know a lot of our women are fucking idiots. But see, this is the thing.
Hey.
Look, check this out. We still got some good women, you know what I'm saying, that are fighting against this shit. Now, that's good. I can't say a majority because I don't really, but a good amount that from what I see, as far as people being deceived, you know what I'm saying? It seems like it's a good.
Jack, what do you think about this, man?
Females falling for this shit, and some of our dudes falling for this shit too.
Oh my God. Hey, Shaq, what do you think about this, man? This kind of bad, man.
That shit is scripted.
Jack.
Anytime you have to take takes, cut, take, do this again, that's scripted.
Well, I mean, it was crazy because they were talking about they both go to Howard University. Man, this shit was kind of wild, man. But
so they're boule then. They're not boule. They're what are they?
Man, this shit was crazy.
What are they?
Man.
With something. They're Masons. They're some kind of Masonic. They're telling you that.
Well, wait a minute. Kamala Harris, AKA, man. I think Taraji, AKA Delta too. They both were sorority. I know that. So is Fannie Willis.
Oh, that's crazy, though.
They all went to Howard, man.
Howard University. Howard. Oh, my bad. That's named after a Confederate general, dude. Right. You know.
Well, we don't know that, man.
We just. I see why some certain races kind of say the shit they say about it. Certain things they say about it. I see why. Because look the type of shit we be on, dude. One group or block period should not be falling for shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Any kind of symbolic, we should really. You think the Cree people will fall for something like this? Some symbolic shit?
They wouldn't let you put no shit like this out.
No. The motherfuckers got enough decency, my bad. Enough decency and respect to fucking not go for no shit like that. They have enough decency and respect for their people to have some kind of agenda at play. We don't have no kind of agenda. What are we doing over here? Bullshitting around and shit? We lost, man. We love, like, these celebrities. Like, motherfuckers worship these people, I see, huh?
Yeah. Where you at? This shit funny, man.
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Also said it's not showing there. But it gives though. But look, anyway, Chak, I'm gonna hear say they not like us. They playing some real serious mind games here, Shaq.
Of course.
Now, play it one more time for the clown show.
Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
They not.
There's a full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote.
Yep.
The freedom to love who you love. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
Adam VP Harris.
This is Jim Crow.
Man, this is so cringe-worthy, man. I'm like,
look at it like this. Look at it like this. Even if there was some shit that was going at us, you know, something to stop us from voting. We don't have, for one, we don't have no fucking, well, we kind of have an agenda.
Hey, Dawson.
And they don't even have no agenda for us, dude. What the fuck, man?
Hey, look.
You should just put it. You should put the link in the chat, BJ.
Well, we don't want what happened with Felicia a couple months ago to happen. You know what I'm saying? But
well, you could put it in the chat and you could delete it.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Let me. Yeah, I do it from my phone. Hold on for a minute. But yeah. I might. Yeah, Dawson. I can send it. Well, yeah, Dawson. What do you think? Let me ask a question. What do you think about this, Dawson? Thanks for coming on.
I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
They not.
There's a full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote.
Yep.
The freedom to love who you love. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
Now, this was actually a short clip. I'm going to say this because, let me say something. It was a short clip because it was also a part when they said, it ain't like a bison. And they were saying, Howard, you know. So they both let you know they both went to Howard University. That's the first part of the deal, right? All right, so I just want to get that out of the way. A lot of people don't know where this really came about. All right, now, let's get to the real deal. Okay, this interview was so cringeworthy because they pulled this dumb shit off and they made sure that this motherfucker, in fact, Dawson Kamala Harris said she been out in these streets too. Now,
hands on your knees.
That's what she said. I've been out in these. She said, "Girl, I've been out in these streets." I'm like, "Come on, man. Wow. Y'all is really
trying to sound like she's black, like she black and shit. Like trying to sound like urban, like trying to have some slang and shit."
And then Taraji talking about our homeless people is now crying to be homeless in public. The draft is going on. Wait a minute, Taraji. It is a crime to be homeless in public in some states, but guess what? That's under Gavin Newsom.
I know, man. What the fuck, man?
Now let's get to the real deal, because there was a clown show that went on last night. Let me tell you something, yo. I gotta tell y'all something. Last night I was at my People House show. Man, the grandma that was over there, she was like, "Is it all rap on the BET Awards?" Because she was like, "I don't like this." Man, when that goddamn Glorilla and Meg Thee Stallion came on, man. Oh man, I know she probably was like, "What the hell is this shit?" You know, but it was a weird thing because Megan Thee Stallion came out out of a snake egg. I said, "Yo, somebody told me about it. B, you see this?" I said, "No, I didn't." I said, "Let me go look at it." This mother came out of snake egg. I said, "This some high level Satanism shit they doing right now in this motherfucker." I said, "They really going crazy." Then they had Glorilla come down on a parachute. I said, and then Killer Mike said that BET is black owned. I said, "No, wait a minute now, Killer Mike. Hold on, man. BET is owned by Viacom, man. Why you tell that lie like that? You know who owned BET, right?" All right, look. I don't usually do this, man, but I gotta do it tonight. Bear with me because this gonna be the summer jam. I done heard women playing it today. They were saying, "Glorilla, that's my girl." Meg showed out. Some people say shit was whack as hell, but you know.
Hold on. Before you even go there, if you ain't gonna play Will Smith song, come on, man.
Well, look, remember, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna have to play some of it off the phone. I can't play it all because
right, yeah.
Other
That's a good
bill
thing,
that they
too.
had,
That's a good thing too,
they
Frank.
keep on.
Like instead of playing certain things through your device, like if you own live stream, playing it through your device, use another device to try to play the audio through.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Because I
Yeah.
had a bigger clip. I had a bigger clip of this short right here. But what happened was a lot of people was posting that clip or what Taraji and them did, and they would strike it down and say that you can't use this thing because it's copyright of Paramount Studios or BET or some shit. So that happened earlier. So I'm gonna have to play this kind of. I ain't gonna play it all because it's too vulgar, really. But I was like, man, I want you to know why grandma at my people house was looking at this shit like, what the hell is going on? So I just want you to hear a little bit of this. I ain't gonna play too much of it. Now I'll get to a little bit of Will Smith shit.
When it's time to eat, I be his main battle. NYC, New York Fashion Week, Tommy Hill jacket. Tell these hoes to stay dangerous, cause now I know they niggas safe. My niggas say he faithful. I still got a free hoe just in case. I can't lie, I used to simp so hard, but damn my old ways. 365 days a year, don't play with me on none of them days. Fucking ass, freaking nigga, don't even wear no corn. Don't know how to treat a lady. The fuck, I ought to smack your munch. Pussy wet, good ass neck, that's me. So I talk how I want. Save a nigga who bitch, do I look like fucking Superwoman? He don't wanna be saved on safe.
Now that's Glorilla. All right. Now I just heard fucking ass nigga, he don't even use no condom. What the fuck are we talking about? Man, I tell you this. Man, some people were saying it wasn't appropriate what they were doing on stage twerking like that. That's what I'm just telling you what people are saying now. Some people like this thing going a little bit too far. All right? I'm just letting you know. It got a little crazy that they actually came out and did this on the BET Award. That lets you know how far they going with this shit. So my question is, I asked on the show, is the subculture becoming a culture? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's becoming a culture. All right?
It is, man.
They really went this low to do this shit last night. All right? Like they really did this shit on national TV, yo.
But see, you gotta look at Luke. I gotta get another perspective though. Look at it like this. I'm not gonna say the name, but the Creed people are the ones you know what I'm saying, behind BET for one. They're the ones pushing it though. You know what I'm saying? These dumb stupid bitches are falling for it. You know, for the stupid shit, and they're puppets and shit because they're getting paid, and they're also indoctrinating these young females at the same time, so they're killing two birds with one stone. But we gotta look at it like this: the people that's pushing it is the Creed people. So, but see, the funny thing about it, they're not gonna push their people in that light. You know what I'm saying? Even though some of their people be doing porn.
Now I'm sitting there saying to myself, Frank, this woman says straight up, fucking ass, he don't use no condom. I said, didn't we just have a show last week I did where they were talking about STDs? Are they trying to preach that too?
But see, they push the STD, they're pushing sex. They're pushing sex for the higher STD rate, just like the police be pushing crime so they can get more funding. Same thing. Same shit.
Okay, good. All right, Shaq, what do you think about that? Them lyrics, man. What do you think, Shaq? I mean, you know, this a little wild, man. Don't you think, Shaq? This a little, they going a little bit over the top, ain't they? I mean, I know we have 100 and all these people back in the day, you know, but still, I mean, we had some. Don't get me wrong, we had some.
That coochie. Pop, that coochie.
Right? Yeah, that.
He said, pop that coochie.
Me though. That's true. That's what.
Pop that coochie. Two Live Crew, baby. All right.
That's true.
And don't get me wrong. All right, so let me keep it going.
Good point.
Now, I should have pulled it on the tablet, which is bigger. But I'm gonna just keep it going right here. Listen to this.
I'm stepping on bitches, I'm showing on my titties, I tore up the city. A PIMP, I be pouring these niggas. He run back to me cause you born the nigga. Pockets a layup, I ain't waiting. I get the bag and I change destination. These niggas be crazy. I don't blame him. I'm a dog too, I don't wanna change him. He don't wanna be saved, don't save him. That is not my nigga, don't claim him. By 20 missed calls, he faded. White boy wasted, chin and tails. I don't wanna be saved, don't save me. Cause everybody nigga don't claim me. Hate a nigga tryna tell me what to do. You ain't my daddy, I'm not your baby. He don't wanna be saved, don't save him. That is not my nigga, don't claim him. By 20 missed calls, he
Now,
faded.
what the hell is they talking about? Well, I'm telling you, they got this feminist thing way off balance. She just told you, I got a nigga tell me what to do. You not my daddy, I'm not your baby. And she said, don't save him neither. I remember that song back in the day, don't save him, she don't want to be saved, but they coming back saying it now. See what I'm saying? See how the thing flipping now? All right, there you go. So that goes to show you that they really were pushing a whole lot of propaganda. I mean, they had Lotto out there, Sexy Red. They had it all going on. They had
All the little
Victoria
hoes.
Monet, Usher Land.
All the little gay hoes that they had on there. You know what I'm saying? All of them pushing that.
As a matter of fact, in that song with Glorilla actually said in there, straight up, if you saw it, what Glorilla said, my man say he faked it, but I keep some extra hoes just in case.
Damn.
So
Weird ass agendas and shit. But you know what? Honestly, if you're a grown adult to be indoctrinated in something like that, that just goes to show that you're an asshole. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like kids are impressionable. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying? That's a little different. But these grown adults, if you fall for that and you're pushing that and you on that, getting influenced by this, then I just gotta look at you like an fucking idiot. You know what I mean?
well,
it's like that's why these kids are out of control. You know what I'm saying? It's like the blind leading the blind. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times the parents are fucking assholes. They're gonna be fucking assholes. It's that fucking simple. You know what I'm saying? You know, these parents, man, they're not, you know what I'm saying, they're treating their kids like they're their friends. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand, like, you know what I'm saying? I think when they get a certain age, they feel more comfortable or something, you know what I'm saying, with the kids or whatever, or feel like they're more to, but that don't matter how old the kids get, they're still your kids, you know what I'm saying? They still have the same state of place.
And
They
this
still
is a
have
part
to
of Will Smith's new song that Chak was talking about.
Will Smith got a new song? Wow. What is he talking about?
Don't give up on me, I need you to hold on. Know you deep up in the storm, but I know you can fix it. You could get down on the road and you feeling all alone. Don't lose sight of where you're going, cause girl, you can make it. Oh, yeah, I know you can make it. I know you can make it.
So the reason I stop is they won't try to, you know, strike the video, but whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying, Will Smith did have a performance last night as well, but that was overshadowed. But a lot of people, you know, because they were talking about, you know, Usher getting his award and all the thought patrol that was out there, whatever. It's Dawson called it thought culture.
It is.
As a matter of fact, Dawson, I don't know where you at. Before I go to my next topic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Before I go to my next topic, Dawson, you want to call and break down that clown show. Well, that show when Will Smith was good. I mean, the song, but that clown stuff, I'm telling you, Dawson, grandma was in that junk like, yo, she said, and then she said, who is that? They were like, oh, that's Saucy Santana. I'm like, yo. Man, they was in that junk like, yo, what the hell is going on? They were like, they don't even know some of these dudes up there. But I had to leave, you know, I had to take my nephew home and stuff, so I didn't. But they had the pregame on. They were sitting there, stuff. Also, I got something to say, man. I got to say this, man. A ice cream cone in Baskin Robbins, $8.40, man. I ain't never in my life had some shit like that happen yesterday.
Damn, $8, dog?
Yeah.
Wow, these motherfuckers.
I was supposed to get, so my nephew, I had him with me. And he said, I said, come on, let's go to Baskin Robbins with him. So he, you know, he said, get him something. He went out And the lady had the cone in her hand and was like, I'm like, well, just give me the cone then, because I wouldn't take him outside. And I said, you know, I didn't look at the price because it was for him. And I looked at it, I said, yo. And I looked back, and then she said, that's $840. I'm like, what? And I asked the guy, what's going on? He's like, I don't make the prices, man. He was like, but the waffle cone is $5 itself or something like that, and the scoop is like $3 or something to that thing. I said, look, man, you already made the cone, man. Just give it to me. Never again. Ice cream cone 2024 is $8. Me and my mom were like, child, used to go to Baskin Robbins all the time.
You ain't lying though.
Yeah. So that is crazy.
That's really bad.
But I would say it was a big ass cone, but it wasn't even for me. That's how funny she was. But I mean, it is what it is. But nevertheless, the clowns were out last night. I told you Megan Thee Stallion came out of a snake egg. So there was some real blind Satanism in this thing. So, you know. But they got more clown shows coming. But Taraji B. Henson with this thing that she did, you know, took the cake. Some breaking news happened today.
You know what the thing is too? Oh my bad. We gonna say?
Go ahead. The
thing is too, we're not tripping off paying these prices. You know what I'm saying? We're not like gonna like do something. We're not gonna like boycott these businesses and shit. So they're gonna keep doing it and shit. It's all good.
Shit.
We're not. We're so divided and shit. Dude. That race shit plays a big part of that shit. Race plays a big part of that shit. And then the Democrat Republican bullshit.
Well, just today, I'm glad you mentioned it. In California, in I think Oakland.
Get online in minutes. Web.com's AI builder.
I think that in California, they raised the price in one place on parking meters up $1. Maryland raised their taxes and fees. Yeah, so a lot of states, you know, July 1st, when a lot of laws passed in the fiscal, and a lot of states get to do new laws. Well, you know, some of them states, I think Virginia, they say that everybody got to have car insurance now, something like that. No more uninsured motorist fee. You got to get a car insurance company. But at the same time, Youngkin, I will give him credit for this. He did say in the state of Virginia, you're no longer allowed to marry a minor at 16. You got to be 18 to marry.
There's some of those stupid ass laws coming in effect in July today and shit. Stupid ass bullshit that we didn't vote on, by the way. You know,
big done in the legislature, but nevertheless,
makes it easy. Simply tell us some info about your.
I want to get you a little bit of developing news coming into us in literally the last 30 seconds as you were tossing to me here. We are hearing now for the first time from the former president himself on his Truth Social platform. I'm going to read you his full post. It is short. It appears to be a reaction, obviously, to this decision that is out today. He says, big win for our Constitution and democracy. Proud to be an American. That's it. Those two sentences. Obviously, this question of whether it is, in fact, a big win for him is one that we are continuing to sift through. It is clearly at least a partial victory simply based on, as it sounds like, the timing of this issue here. And what's interesting here is what the former president is talking about gets at what we're seeing in this decision itself, the back and forth from some of the justices. For example, the liberals who dissented here, one of them, Justice Sotomayor, says that this decision makes a mockery of the principle foundational to our Constitution and our system of government that no man is above the law. And you are seeing in some of the liberal dissent this suggestion that the majority gave Donald Trump everything he wanted here. Now, obviously, the Chief Justice is pushing back on that, saying that that is not the case, that the assertion that the former president's team made went far beyond what the court ended up giving him. But the bottom line is this: the former president is interpreting this as a victory. As for your question on how this impacts the race and the central argument that the president has been making, President Biden against former President Trump, you're exactly correct that this is part and parcel of the character case, of the fitness case that the Biden team has been making here. You have heard some real criticism from top Democrats about the fact that they believe the Supreme Court took this case up, took as long as it did to get through it, waited until the very last day to come out and put this decision forward when there has been a sense of urgency, they believed, on this. And you have seen this consistently ever since, March, when this first came up here. This frustration with the way that the court has decided here. You're seeing it in some of the liberal dissent. You're seeing it those previous conversations and those previous statements from Democrats fits into where the Biden camp has been on this all along. They have, remember, January 6th, they have tried to press this case. The topic of January 6th was one of just a few ads that the Biden camp put forward during that obviously highly watched debate, the case that because of what Donald Trump did in and around the 2020 election, in and around the insurrection on the Capitol, makes him disqualified to serve in office. The former president has downplayed this. In that same debate, he essentially talked about the world being respected on January 6th. He has defended some of the people who were arrested for going into the Capitol that day, Craig. I can tell you this decision means that argument, this discussion of January 6th, it goes nowhere in this political campaign moving forward. Keeping in mind, of course, that voters have consistently said it is not necessarily what happened around the election fraud lies that is motivating their vote. It is much more those kitchen table issues like the economy, inflation, and immigration, Craig.
Hey, thanks.
So the Supreme Court basically said that Donald Trump has president immunity in official acts.
So that includes anything. Okay, wait. So what does that mean? That includes anything, all the other charges. That's what that means. He's immune to right?
I'm going to tell you, I knew this was going down anyway because number one, they ruled last week that one of the protests in January 6th could not be charged with obstruction of justice because they really don't obstruct no proceeding if you really think about it because they still went through with the certification and everything. So they didn't really obstruct nothing.
That shit was staged and shit. That's so staged,
so by them doing that last week, I already knew that Supreme Court was going to have to rule on president immunity. But now they send it back to the lower courts, what they're supposed to do, right? Okay. But by them saying that he cannot be granted, that he is president immune from official acts while he's president, like investigations, going to look through things, that's he was doing executive branch. That's what the executive branch does. All these branches of government check each other. You should know this. So the fact that they even acting like this is some big thing, this is not even big news. But it is big news because a lot of people didn't know it. Now, like I said, there's always the contrasting voice, and guess who comes out and gives the contrast? Of course, President Biden gives the contrast to it.
Good evening. The presidency is the most powerful office in the world. It's an office that not only tests your judgment, perhaps even more importantly, it's an office that can test your character. Because you not only face moments when you need the courage to exercise the full power of the presidency, you also face moments where you need the wisdom to respect the limits of the power of the office of the presidency. This nation was founded on the principle that there are no kings in America. Each of us is equal before the law. No one is above the law, not even the President of the United States. With today's Supreme Court decision on presidential immunity, that fundamentally changed. For all practical purposes, today's decision almost certainly means that there are virtually no limits on what a president can do. This is a fundamentally new principle. It's a dangerous precedent because the power of the office will no longer be constrained by the law, even including the Supreme Court of the United States. The only limits will be self-imposed by the president alone. This decision today has continued the court's attack in recent years on a wide range of long-established legal principles in our nation, from gutting voting rights and civil rights, to taking away a woman's right to choose, to today's decision that undermines the rule of law of this nation. Nearly 4 years ago, my predecessor sent a violent mob to the U.S. Capitol to stop the peaceful transfer of power. We all saw it with our own eyes. We sat there and watched it happen that day. Attack on the police, the ransacking at the Capitol, a mob literally hunting down the House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, gallows erected to hang the Vice President, Mike Pence. I think it's fair to say it's one of the darkest days in the history of America. Now the man who sent that mob to the U.S. Capitol is facing potential criminal conviction
Peace, peace. Can you hear
for
me?
what happened that day. The American people deserve that.
It's very dramatic, ain't it?
Oh, Biden?
It's being very dramatic. It's mob hunting down Nancy Pelosi. It's very dramatic with that. Hey, I thought we had top-notch security, bro. I thought we had top-notch security for these events.
Look at
Protecting, you know what I'm saying?
Nancy
Some
Pelosi got caught on
no?
recording saying that she didn't do her job. So they lying like a motherfucker.
Right.
That's perfect.
Just trying to scare y'all.
That motherfucker look like a cyborg, man. That motherfucker like a cyborg, bro.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Nigga like a fucking
Let me meet up.
They have an answer in the courts before the upcoming election. The public has a right to know the answer about what happened on January 6th before they are asked to vote again this year. Now, because of today's decision, that is highly, highly unlikely. It's a terrible disservice to the people of this nation. So now the American people have to do what the courts should have been willing to do, but will not. The American people have to render a judgment about Donald Trump's behavior. The American people must decide whether Donald Trump's assault on our democracy on January 6th makes him unfit for public office in the highest office in the land. The American people must decide if Trump's embrace of violence to preserve his power is acceptable. Perhaps most importantly, the American people must decide they want to entrust the president once again, the presidency, to Donald Trump, now knowing he'll be even more emboldened to do whatever he pleases whenever he wants to do.
Why are they saying all this like they know he's going to win or something?
You know,
they know something we
the
don't
outset
know?
of our nation, it was the character of George Washington, our first president, to find the presidency. He believed power was limited, not absolute. And that power always resides with the people, always. Now, over 200 years later, today's Supreme Court decision, once again, it will depend on the character of the men and women who hold that presidency that are going to define the limits of the power of the presidency, because the law will no longer do it. I know I will respect the limits of the presidential powers I have for 3.5 years, but any president, including Donald Trump, will now be free to ignore the law. I concur with Justice Sotomayor's dissent today. Here's what she said. She said, in every use of official power, the president is now a king above the law. With fear for our democracy, I dissent. End of quote. So should the American people dissent. I dissent. May God bless you all. And may God help preserve our democracy. Thank you. May God protect our troops.
Why would we have fear for democracy? Because they know that shit is not good for us. They know that shit is against us. They know that shit is democracy. You know what I'm saying? They know that shit is majority or mob rule. That's what they know. That's why he just said that. You think he's slick. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to fear democracy? You know what I'm saying? Were you trying to say democracy is God or something? Aren't you supposed to be so-called fearing God? So you see how they do that? Like they try to bring that shit to like the what's the name? To a spiritual like religious level and shit. You see what I'm saying? Like
I know, man. Well, here go another clown.
oh my God.
Hey, man, it's clown night, man.
$5. That's enough to make a difference in this election.
Thursday. Joining me now is
the institutional knowledge to make sure that they can carry our country forward, and they work under whichever administration, Democrat, or Republican, they don't swear their loyalty to an orange Jesus. Instead, they swear their loyalty to the people of this country and our Constitution. And that is the problem that we're running into. So I don't really care if he was off for 90 minutes and didn't put on like people wanted him to put on. The reality is that he is 50,000 times better than Trump, and Republicans will not leave Trump. And he has 34 felony convictions and still got over 50 pending.
So you make an interesting point. Joe Biden's never been a masterful orator, and he's never actually been a particularly strong debater. It's just not his strength. That said, Donald Trump is a remarkably useful idiot for the far right and Project 2025. Project 2025 has found the guy that.
So you know what I mean? So he ain't a good debater. He's been in fucking politics for like 50-something years. He better get something. He didn't have no time to practice. Come on, man. Making excuses for this motherfucker. This Arab or wherever he is making excuses for this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I bet a lot of when they vote, their people vote. They don't. I bet you a lot of them don't vote no damn Democrat. Come on, let's just keep it funky. And they people, you know what I'm saying, don't even need to vote. Them and the Asians don't even need to vote. They still get tangible. They still get things that they need and want from Congress or whoever the fuck. So, this dude right here, man.
Dawson,
we ain't doing it.
Dawson asks, who is this person $5,000? Damn.
That's fucking crazy, man. And you notice these people,
the Heritage Foundation and the super conservative establishment in this country has found their tool. If he gets elected, because he generally speaking doesn't read policy, certainly doesn't write policy, so they've given him the policy. Here's the problem that a lot of people have identified who are not they're not pearl clutching about this, is that what's the best way to move forward and defeat Donald Trump in the next election? And how do you convince voters who became very skeptical on Thursday night that this is still the path forward?
Yeah, here's the reality. I mean, we have two choices. It is very clear. You can either go with Donald Trump, who gave us the Supreme Court that is continuing to do harm, who absolutely plans to put additional Supreme Court justices on the bench, as well as install other idiotic judges such as Eileen Cannon, such as Cass Merrick down in Texas, who handled the mifepristone case. Like, if that's the America that you want, then absolutely go vote for Donald Trump. But if you want an America in which repro is a reality, if you want an America where you can love whoever you want to love, that is going to be Joe Biden's America. And let's talk about the fact that this fool wanted to tell us about Black jobs, right? Like, let's be clear. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump does not understand Black culture. What he's doing is playing in our faces, and he's got people that he wants to sit up there and throw out as little tokens and be like, hey, look at my Black friend. That's essentially what he does. But at the end of the day, I need people to choose themselves. If everybody is saying that the economy is number one, then please tell me why you would vote for Donald Trump when he refused to answer any economic question. He has no plan. He never has had a plan. And the only plan that he plans to follow is the manifesto that's been laid out in Project 2025 that believes that DEI is the end of us. So that means that people like me, people of color, women, that's a problem for them. They want to excommunicate us. Like, they are trying to give the keys over to the white supremacists.
White supremacists.
As we also saw the Supreme Court do earlier this week as relates to the insurrectionists. Like, I need people to wake up. I know that they say that they don't want us to be woke, and this is exactly why. Because they want us to be asleep while they continue to take our rights, while they continue to reform our courts, while they continue to say that we don't want you to have access to the ballot box. This is about all of us. So if people want to be honest with themselves, what they need to do is look at which team delivers for you. If you are happy about the dollars that are flowing into your community because of the infrastructure, because of the CHIPS and Science bill, because of the reduction in the cost of insulin that was due to the Democrats, House Democrats, Senate Democrats, and this Democratic administration. It is time to choose yourself and figure out which team is riding with you. If you want more of the chaos that we have seen out of this house, that's all you're going to get times 3 if you decide to go with Donald Trump, because he's loud and wrong.
He's loud and wrong.
Democratic Representative Jasmine Crockett.
Damn. She told us, huh?
Crockett.
Well, see, look.
Bringing it this morning. Thank you for being with us as always. We always appreciate the time.
Dawson, wait a minute, let me answer the comment Dawson said right quick. I want to say this. She right. They called Donald Trump a fool and an idiot on national TV. She did say, she right, Americans in the all-time low. You're right.
But see, the thing is,
Go ahead, Frank.
You notice it's a black woman. Why didn't they have any other of those Democrats talking about? Why has it got to be a black woman? You see what they're doing? And the BET's award was just yesterday, right? These people come on, man. All this stuff is all by design. This is some bullshit political ploy that they're trying to do. I ain't saying I ain't for Trump or Biden. I definitely ain't for Biden. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, man, we seen, man, what are you talking about, man? Look at the economy. There was no inflation like this under Trump. Are you serious? But see, that's what I'm saying. They know a lot of people are stupid, and they know a lot of people can't even remember their own fucking last name, right? So people forget, you know what I'm saying, what happens day to day, week to week. All this shit that they cram down your throat, all this stuff that they hit you with. You know what I'm saying? You're hit with so much stuff. It's hard to focus and remember, and you know what I mean? It's like, but you notice it's a black woman that they have saying all that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Why? You know, what I mean? What's the significance of that?
Yo, one with eyelashes.
Yeah, that's some stereotype shit too. Like all black women have that stupid ass look and shit. You know what I'm saying? That weave or wig and the eyelashes. That looks like some 304 shit. That looks like some streetwalker shit. Let's just keep it funky and shit. And you are representative of the fucking country and shit looking like that. You know what I mean? And you get mad when people call you out and say that you got, you know what I'm saying, eyelashes and wigs, which you do. You do got eyelashes and wigs. That's not your real shit. That's not your real part of your body. You know what I'm saying? That's not a part of your real look. You know, so.
Can y'all hear me? There's a lot of wind in the background. Do y'all hear wind in the background?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, I took a walk to Dollar General. Yeah, man, it's the same old usual, man. It's the pandering. Now, this woman said Joe Biden's America, bro. What the hell is going on? I thought, huh?
Man, they pushing some agendas and shit.
If that ain't some slavery type ish, she talking Joe Biden's America, bro. At least Trump had enough common sense to say, "Make America great again." A MAGA. Somebody said Joe Biden America, bro. And this nigga, she must don't know his track record. Obviously, she don't care.
She knows.
Because long as she got a, long she got a deed, like she just said. She told y'all. So y'all got to listen to the detail. Long as she got a DEI, long as she benefit from, long as they didn't benefit from DEI, everything is all great. Any other so-called Black American or, you know, copper cut American or American, they don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about you, man. They want you to be a Democratic slave, a plantation Negro, with a Democratic Party. Continue.
Shaq, I'm gonna bring up 3 topics that I told you the other night. I'm looking at my notebook. Right?
Yeah.
First one would be why fewer young men are choosing to pursue college. So Jasmine DEI ain't working. Fewer young men are choosing to pursue college these days, right? And then we got to get to some health stuff. This Alabama lab-grown meat ban, and we got to talk about this growing fight in fluoride in drinking water. But I'm gonna bring up this college degree because Jasmine is talking about DEI, right?
Yeah.
DEI is an initiative that's border bound by the small hats, and Dawson, you're right. They losing the DEI jobs. That's right. As a matter of fact, John Deere is losing jobs too, but John Deere is like construction or something. But what I'm saying is, Jasmine Crockett sound like she's going to lose her job. But nevertheless, you got to understand, she talking about DI. Fewer men are choosing to pursue college degrees. That means the shit ain't working in their favor. So here we go.
Our second story about who is going to college. Enrollment among young Americans has been declining over the past decade, That decrease mostly driven by fewer young men pursuing degrees. A Pew Research study finds there's about 1 million fewer young men now enrolled in college as compared to 2011. We took a closer look at why. That's the second part of our focus tonight on Rethinking College. Tomorrow morning in Brentwood, New York, Yordi Velasquez will graduate high school. But like a growing number of young men, college isn't in his immediate plan.
I started looking into college a little too late, and I couldn't decide on what I wanted to do. I didn't know where I would get the money from. And I just think it'd be better if I started working immediately.
Raised by a single mother who also cares for his disabled brother, Velasquez says he plans to become a certified HVAC technician. He hasn't ruled out going to college one day, but says it simply doesn't make sense right now.
The fact that I'd have to pay, even though I don't know what I want to do, and that I might not even get a job in the field that I want.
He's not alone. Last year, among high school graduates in the U.S., only 57% of men have enrolled in college. That's compared to 65% of women. It's a trend that dates back nearly 3 decades. Every year since 1996, women have entered college at higher rates than men.
The education system as a whole doesn't seem to be working quite as well for boys as it is for girls.
Richard Reeves is the author of Boys and Men, Why the Modern Male is Struggling, Why It Matters, and What to Do About It. Men are falling behind in education. The education gap is bigger now than it was back in 1972 when Title IX passed. What accounts for that?
The main reason for that is that it's through the education system, girls are outperforming boys. So you can see it from the beginning, from kindergarten, all the way through high school. And so if you look at, for example, high school GPA, which is a very good measure of success, take the top 10% of high school students, 2/3 of them are girls. That obviously affects what's going to happen in the college system too.
Today, men make up only 42% of undergraduate students, and for young men of color, the gap is especially alarming. There are now 50,000 fewer black men enrolled in college compared to pre-pandemic levels.
I think that college is becoming a tough sell for a lot of men, not necessarily because college isn't a compelling idea, but rather because there are so many other competing factors that might be equally, if not more so, desirable.
Roderick Carey is an assistant professor at the University of Delaware. He studies how Black and Latino adolescent boys experience school. Carey says for the young men he works with, problems often begin long before college.
Black and Latino boys grow up in a society that stereotypes them as non-academic, as socially threatening, and many of those types of stereotypes shape how their educators engage with them in schools.
More women than men now have college degrees, according to U.S. Census data, and they're more likely to graduate within 4 years compared to men. It's led some colleges to target male students as a group in need of extra support.
We're not pretending the problem doesn't exist. We're trying to address it head on.
Jonathan Coppell is president of Mon. How do you craft a program that works to help men that doesn't come at the expense of women?
Oh, I don't think that this is a matter of either or, and I don't think this is a matter of putting the needs of female students second. I think it's a matter of asking the basic question, why do we see differential graduation rates when we sort by gender and race? And that's where you really start to see this gap. Why?
Then half of Montclair states come from underrepresented groups, and men make up just 4% enrollment. Some of the consequences.
So many consequences. I don't think that means everybody should get a 4-year degree. I don't think college is for everyone. But if you look at the data says in terms of income, in terms of health, in terms of happiness, in terms of life satisfaction, your odds are better with a 4-year degree.
In 2022, Montclair State launched the Graduation Alliance.
Stop. Hold the hell on. Hold the hell on. Here they go with misinformation again, bro. Here they go with the divide and conquer.
Danny Jean, the university's assistant provost for special programs, helps lead the
initiative. Here they go with the divide and conquer, bro.
Spring, he welcomed 300 high schoolers from nearby cities in New Jersey. For many, it was their first time on a college campus.
Please give all of them a round of applause.
For Gene, who grew up in inner city Newark, earned a
Hey, what?
PhD, it was a chance to share his own story.
My family
I
moved
said,
over
here they
12
go with the
times before I
misinformation
graduated from high
again.
school.
Talking about
We
the
were actually
chances are
homeless
with
at
a
one time. I
4D
had to move
degree,
in
you
with
success
family
is a
members.
lie.
Graduated high school with a 1.9
Why you got so
GPA.
many people with double
Teacher that told
degrees
me I
and
wouldn't
stuff and still making damn near barely minimum wage, bro?
family drug users in my family. Work is very personal for me.
They
So
working
what have you
regular jobs,
found that works?
regular service
What's the
jobs.
key to providing
Huh?
access? And then once
Hey, that's real
students do
shit.
get admitted,
They
making
gonna
sure
get.
that
They
they're
ain't talking about no
successful.
careers.
They really need to understand the benefit of college and
Oh,
help them
man.
understand exactly what college can offer and be able to map out what their plan is beyond high
College
school.
is not tangible for males anymore unless you go into specific industries,
And
man.
beyond academic
If you're
help,
going
Gene
for
says
like
some of the men
engineering,
also need
technology, or
social
something
and
like that,
emotional support
law
once they
maybe,
arrive on campus. Meets often with a student organization that aims to do just that.
the medical industry.
Ikenna Onyebule and Naran Mitchell help lead this group known as the Brotherhood.
And
So
those,
it's
we know
important
all
that
those
men
industries
get to learn
are super
from each
flooded
other, because we don't
and
get
oversaturated.
Good point.
everybody
So they're not giving you
follows in
accurate
their
information. They
emotions.
giving
You have
you
to
this
keep this persona of a
surface
tough
basis.
guy.
Oh, go to college and everything will be all right. Get a 4-year
And
degree.
once I got
In
it,
what?
that's not the way to go.
In the
For
future,
what?
I want young men to realize is it's like it's okay to come out your comfort zone. When you
We
come
can
out
no
your
longer
comfort zone,
be
at
telling
the
our
end of the
children
day,
just go
when
to
you walk
college
in
and get a
that
4-year
stage
degree
in
because that's
May,
non-productive
you're
at
going
this
to be
point.
grateful for it.
If it's not
Last
nothing that's
month, Mitchell
specific,
did
they're going to get
graduate with a degree in
specialized in,
family science. Ikenna, a business
and they just
administration
going to just
major,
go
will do
take
the same later
a
this year.
bachelor's or
They say
associate's
beyond the
or a
degree,
master's in
college
something
is
that's
already paying
non-productive.
off.
Why would you set your kid up for that?
You notice how they didn't bring up trade
Your
schools
child up for that?
in this interview, right?
No, because think about it. Men, right? Think about this, right? Men, right? Us men, right? We have been taught and trained that we have to have multiple skills, correct? So by nature, even if we talk about the blue collar class, right? Those are the guys that what? High paying physical labor jobs, right? Careers. Skillful. Now you can go, like he said, to trade school or go get certified HVAC and get trained in that, and you can pretty much go anywhere and get a career. Or once you do that, then you may want to go back to school after you done got your skills up in that and get an associate's degree or a bachelor's in business. So you could attach your business degree to your actual training skills. So now you can also ultimately usher yourself out of working up under somebody, another business corporation, learn that skill and be your own business and trade yourself. And then you can start passing that down again. So now you can start what? Bringing in apprenticeship. So now you're a master HVAC or whatever, or plumber or electrician. Now you can start what? You can open up apprenticeships to start giving those skills and training back to the next. See, this is how we started. This is how the United States of America built off of this, built off of skilled trades. College came later, right? I can see why more women is more into like the literature part of stuff, clerical stuff. You know what I'm saying? Men, we are more the physical. You got to use our bruteness, our logical thinking, and our ability to problem solve and critical think on you know what I mean? On the spot. So it's a lot of misleading when they tell everybody just go to college and get a 4-year degree, and they not really being direct of what industries and fields you should go into. That's all I'm saying, Bernard. Y'all can continue.
Good point.
Now I want to break something down here. See, they put this out, but let me tell you something, because I know Ms. Dawson was talking to us last week about her car or whatever, and it is a crazy thing though when a woman I had a couple women tell me, you know, I mean, you're talking about now. Here's the backdraw from college that could hurt. When you do have a lot of these men, these professional, professional or college educated, they are kind of like deficient in other areas. Like, you know, let's just say a woman broke down the side of the road. You know, back in the day, you see a woman on the side of the road, you might stop. Everybody ain't stopping now. They just, AAA. That's how AAA, they got AAA companies. Guys would change the tire in a heartbeat. A lot of these guys don't know how to change tires no more. It's kind of weird, man. I mean, in the next 20 years, you might not have a man know how to change tires if you don't get some of this shit fixed. You're going to have some, of course. Right. But you're right. I mean, is you got to talk about some things that call blue collar work, because these immigrants over here, they doing blue collar work. I'm telling you, some of them getting white collar work. Well, that's kind of down, but it's kind of weird because you see them. I told you, I know one of them got a construction company. He said they hired two, and they hire immigrants and stuff, and they just pitch and hold off that. They just plug in the pieces. But yeah, that's how it goes, man.
It's a pyramid of wealth, though, of wealth building, right? Like I just said. So if you got somebody that's skillful trade in your family or whatever, that skillful trade, that blue collar trade, can pay for what? The next generation to go to college for a different career field, bro. Otherwise, that's economics 101, man. 101. So if the construction guy got us, been working 10 years, or how many years he been on his job working, making good money, he put money back to save for his kids, so he can pay for them to go to college. So they don't have to necessarily do construction per se. They can if they want to, as a fallback, but they can go to school to be what? A doctor, engineer, a lawyer, maybe a politician, political science, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bioengineer or something like that. You know what I mean?
You know
so
what?
These are levels of economics that we have to continue to build with each other, bro. That we lost.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
You just helped me segue into my next topic. You know why? I'm not saying you got to be in college to do this, but you got to be a mad scientist. And let me tell you something. Some of these colleges got mad scientists. Don't you think they got mad scientists going to some of these colleges? Don't you think?
Well, they're being trained into. You're right, because of the protocols that they and the rules and regulations, right? That they got to go by, what they was taught. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're representing a institution. They are being certified by an institution.
All right.
You know what I mean? So they got to follow those, guidelines. So their hands are kind of really tied a little bit too, though.
So
Institution.
Here you go, Chak. This is what we were talking about earlier. You and your buddy, Mr. Bianchi. We're gonna pull this up right quick.
Not come to Alabama if some state lawmakers can help it. Good evening. I'm Ariel Bailey.
And I'm Megan Scarano in for Pam Huff. The Alabama Senate recently passed Alabama from manufacturing to distribution. ABC 3340's Aaron Wine joins us now. Aaron, this bill also creates penalties for anyone who violates this ban.
Megan, manufacturing, selling, and distributing these lab cultivated food products would result in a class establishment. They're selling these lab grown meats could have their food safety permit revoked. The bill sponsor says the legislation was proposed due to concerns these products could negatively impact someone's health. Jim Miller owns a cow-calf operation in Jefferson County.
I don't know a whole lot about lab-grown meat. It strikes me that something started in a Petri dish is not as wholesome and not as good as beef raised on the farm that we've been raising for thousands of years. We know all about it.
While wary of the nutrition of lab-grown meat, Miller doesn't see it as a threat to traditional livestock production.
I don't think that lab-grown meat is going to be embraced by the general population a lot. I think they may find a market. And
Upside Foods was given clearance by the FDA and USDA to sell cell-cultivated chicken. The California-based company strongly opposes Senate Bill 23. A statement from an Upside Foods spokesperson says, in part, this legislation not only jeopardizes the United States leadership in biotechnology and Alabama's supply chain, it also hinders our ability to address the projected doubling of global meat demand by 2050. The company added, cultivated meat is subject to the same oversight as conventionally produced meat. Bill sponsor, Senator Jack Williams, believes there's not been enough research on the product.
If that's what we have to survive, I would re-entertain looking at something, but I think it needs to be a lot of test work done on it.
Williams is considering modifying the bill to add a provision for laboratory testing. No senators voted against Senate Bill 23. It will now go to a House committee. Megan?
Aaron.
All right. They say United States biotechnology and things like that. So they're basically saying if you don't have lab-grown meat, you're interfering with their product, I guess. The problem is they don't label this stuff. A lot of this stuff lab grown. They've been doing this shit. They just not labeling this shit. Shit, you got people made in labs now.
Yeah, do we have a universal definition, description, itemized what lab grown meat is? What is that? Can we look that up? It's Google or AI. Do they have it in their database yet?
I'll pull it up in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll read it to you in a second. Matter of fact, because I had to go with my tablet because I wanted to. Oh yeah, here it is right here, Shaq. This is the other one. This is my last topic that I wrote down the other day. We're gonna talk about all in one. We're gonna talk about these two in the same.
Step into Wix Studio, the platform for agencies and enterprises, and turn website layouts into
Scrub, ready? Abby Udi Smith is extra careful about brushing her son Teddy's teeth now that her local tap water no longer contains fluoride. After community members in Union County, North Carolina, came forward to express concerns, the county commission voted 3-2 to remove it.
I didn't even know that there was a fight fluoride.
Eddie, are you ready to come back? She's now scrambling to figure out what to do next for her 2 small children.
We're going to have to talk about possibly supplementing.
Dentist Meg Lockery is alarmed. She says fluoride, a naturally occurring mineral, should be added to public water to help develop strong teeth, especially for small children and those without access to a dentist. Toothpaste with fluoride, she says, is not enough because the fluoride needs to be ingested.
Pause it real quick, bro. Why are they pushing this on the news? You know, fluoride in the toothpaste is considered a poison. It says on the back of the fucking toothpaste, if you swallow it, call poison control. Why are they pushing this on the news? That's the most stupidest shit. Fluoride in water is not good anyway. That's dangerous. What are they talking about? And that lets you know that they have fluoride in the water. They're putting chemicals in the fucking water. For them to push that shit.
Yeah, why they don't promote a charcoal base for your teeth, cleaning your teeth, and you know.
That's what I use, bro.
I got charcoal toothpaste. Matter of fact, you want me to go? Hold on. I think I got some.
Yeah, go get it.
Why would you push fluoride, though?
I need to get me some.
Oh boy, I'll tell you.
Because that's exactly what like the Egyptians, that's exactly what like people from Africa, certain parts of Africa, they use the charcoal base, whatever, you know, maybe it's authentic charcoal or whatever. And we need to get into that too, because they use charcoal and different other products like that to purify water too.
Can you see that?
Hold on, no, we can't see it. You gotta put yourself on the big screen. Put yourself on the big screen. Can you do that? Or we can see it.
This is black seed and coconut.
Oh shit! Where the fuck did you get that from? Damn, where you get that from?
From Lady at that.
Put yourself on the big screen, Bernard.
That's dope, man.
Oh my bad. Yeah. My bad.
You hear me?
And they got black seed.
Yeah, put yourself on the big screen.
I just got some basic shit.
You see it, black seed and coconut.
That's dope, man.
And this is the charcoal one right here. Oh my bad. Charcoal right here. So this got apple cider vinegar, baking soda, aloe vera, and turmeric in it.
Oh shit.
So what I'm saying is that this is an herbal toothpaste, and guess what it says on here? On the right corner, 100% fluoride free. So, as you know, people go to dentists, right? You know that, right? And you know the dentist gonna be like, you know, they want to put fluoride in. You can tell them that you don't want no fluoride, bro, if you want to. And they probably won't advise it, but I'm just letting you know you can tell them. All right? But people do need to know about this fluoride. Now, I'm gonna play the rest of the video.
But see, the news is supposed to be biased, though, man. These motherfuckers, this shit is a lot has changed. A lot has changed, man. Or unbiased, excuse me.
I'm about to pull this thing. I got this thing for you. So, Shaq, you said Well, this is about the company closing. So what is lab-grown meat? And they talk about the benefits and all that. I don't want to talk about the benefit really, but lab-grown meat, what is it made of and is it healthy? Over the last several years, controversy surrounding lab-grown meat or cultured meat has exploded. Ranchers have argued whether or not it should be considered meat, while vegans have argued whether or not it should be considered vegan. One thing is clear, lab-grown meat has the capacity to dramatically change the way we eat and the impacts that our diets have on the world around us. Lab-grown meat, also called culture or cultivated meat, is grown from the cells of an animal without any need to slaughter an animal to obtain the meat. So basically, they ain't got to kill an animal to get this meat. They can just get the cells of the animal. All right? That's all they got to do is get the cells. They don't have to kill an animal. Right. The animal cells are cultivated in stainless steel drums called bioreactors, which are engineered to encourage replication of cells or growth of biological mass. The products that result from this process have been met with excitement due to their potential to release the millions of animals being raised on factory farms around the world, because cultured meat is produced in laboratory environments and is not suffering from some of the contaminating health issues that plague traditional meat produced, such as antibiotic-resistant, foodborne, and zoonotic illnesses. It is made of the same cells that make up meat from slaughtered animals. The only difference is that cultured meat is produced in labs, whereas traditional meat requires the slaughter of animals. So you don't have to kill an animal to get this. This is some Frankenstein shit to me, but
so I need to know the process of how did he get the cells? Is they saying this is like they taking plasma from the animal? I mean, how they extracting these damn cells, bro, without, you know what I mean?
that's what they're not telling you. hey, look, Chak. They might be taking your DNA, telling you it's lab-grown meat. It might not even be daggone no animal.
There you go. Hey, when you get a chance, you need to pull up that clip I sent you on our Instagram about the placenta, how much they charge for a placenta.
You sent that today?
Depends on if it, yeah, on your Instagram. Yeah. Oh boy, yeah, he telling you how much it costs for a placenta, the woman's placenta, and why the uptick in the coercion of C-sections. It's more for a placenta that's through a C-section than it going through the actual vagina canal, because they claim it's not collecting all the toxins or whatever. That, you know what I'm saying? It's more purified when they do the C-section and get the placenta. And you see the prices, bro. So women, they talking, and it's just for women's information. And it means us too, because we involved too, but all this, my body, my choice. Really? Do you know how much money they making off y'all so-called these abortions and these pregnancies and stuff, these when they deliver babies and stuff in the hospital?
You know what's so crazy, man?
What's that?
I'm trying to pull your thing up, and it say you in Vantage mode or something.
I don't know how, because I never put that on. I be seeing it sometimes. I never put that in no Vantage mode. I never did that.
Maybe it'll come back up later.
But I think you got to swipe up or something to get it out of that mode, bro.
Fluoride works. All the journal articles have shown that there's a 25% reduction in children and adult decay for people that are in community.
Water is reaching new heights in the wake of COVID and the dentistry.
IQ.
In Union County, the debate erupted when officials prepared to open a new water treatment plant. The local chair of the right-wing political group pointed to a controversial 2019 Canadian study. Others had higher levels of fluoride exposure during pregnancy, though the study's author acknowledges more research is needed.
Fluoride is actually the one substance that we add to our water that's not meant
to address the quality of the water.
County Commissioner Brian Helms voted to remove fluoride.
By putting a substance that's meant for, a medicinal type of fit into our water, it brings up a significant.
Major additions in these throughout the U.S. in recent years, with activists determined to press further.
The public is starting to become more aware and less blindly trusting of authorities.
So is your goal to remove fluoride from public water sources nationwide?
Parents like Abby Smith include avid teaching North Carolina.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking and top stories on the NBC News app or follow.
So let me break this down. Frank, Shaq, what y'all think about this, man? See, they want to push fluoride because it's probably money profitable and stuff like that. But they already tell you fluoride lower your IQ, so I don't even know why they, it is what it is. But y'all get the deal, Dawson. You know the idea is depopulation. You know the deal. The question is, why did they approve the lab-grown meat? Oh, the question is, hey, Dawson, you may know. You're a woman of virtue. You may be smart, but everybody don't know this. This might be for the people in the back. I was looking at this the other day, Frank. You used to joke on people with the short bus and all that stuff, but you know what? I'm be dead on with you, man. This shit ain't that damn short, because this is long, man. There's a whole lot of people that don't know this information. This bus ain't short by a long shot, bro. This shit long. To tell you the truth, I think, well, it's getting more. But I think that really tell you the truth, it can be a bus of certain people on, and it can be a bunch of people on there. Like Dawson said, going slow. All right, let me know what you think, man. I want to play. I got to play this one bit of a clown show right quick. Y'all ready to hear this? Because I got my tablet, I went and charged it, right? So I had to charge it up, you know what I'm saying? Because I want y'all to see something. I'm going to go on the big screen like Shaq just told me. Hold on, Shaq. Frank, you there?
Yeah, give me a minute.
All right, Shaq, what you got? Fuck. I can't find what I'm looking for.
Yeah, what's up?
What you think about this fluoride thing?
It's a weapon, just like anything else, man. They use the overconsumption of anything, man, and there's bad outcomes, man. Adverse. They know it.
Okay.
But you don't hear Taraji P and them talking about no fluoride, about them lowering the levels of fluoride in water.
Matter of fact, they go to Taraji right here.
You about miss my body, my choice.
That's Taraji right there.
If I was kidding him, I'd sue him over for copyright. No, I'm playing.
Hey, she came out there dressed up in a hoodie, yo. I said, what the hell is going on, man?
Man, our women is lost, man. I'm gonna be honest. And this is the older women. This is She's a seasoned woman. She's in her 50s, 50 plus, man.
Years old, man. But think about this, Shaq. Think
Damn,
about the
bro.
role Taraji P. Henson played in Baby Boy. She was the one that was messing around with the guy in jail, and she was messing around with Tyrese or Jody as in the movie, right?
Yeah.
So that go to show you this thing is crazy. What did she do? Doesn't matter to me, but it is what it is. I don't know. The shit is crazy, man. Okay, the shit is crazy. It don't make sense. But the women, they lose their mind right now. I told you we in La La Land, Coco Land, or whatever. Let's see. I was trying to look on. I just said I had tab. I was looking on there for this thing. I want you to hear this Killer Mike lie. Before I get off here, this Killer Mike clown talking about, oh, BET is black owned. Man, shut up, man. You know it ain't black owned. You know who run it? The Redstones. Also, we had 4. I forgot to mention this earlier. We had 4 prisons in Virginia closed, or they closed. I'm not sure they closed today, but they were closing anyway. State facilities. So. Here we go. Here your boy Killer Mike. Here you go. Yeah, Shaq, you thought I was joking, man.
I want to say thank you. And I wrote a little something just in case I won. It's no disrespect. I'm humbled to achieve this award. Thank you for seeing me, black people. Thank you for believing in me, black people. Thank you for honoring me in this way. I got to thank my wife, Shayna, my kids, my manager, Will. He's a white guy, but he's down with us. No ID, Cuz, Lightyear, BET, the entire team, Loma Vista, Tom and Ryan, rest in peace to Rico Wade. Technically, I was not supposed to be here. I was put in handcuffs and I was marched out of this building. But I want to tell you, look at God, because I'm back, baby. I'm back and I'm winning. And I want to tell black people that because of BET, I'm back. Not because of no white person calling nobody. A black man runs this business. A black company put this show on, and they got my black ass back in here. Thank y'all.
What this is the BET Awards?
Yeah.
Moved and compelled to say this in this moment. A lot of people gonna say, who was he? Who is he? Why did he get it? I am a representation of one of the finest things God has ever made, and that's one half of the black family. Black men and women, I am you. Whether you young, whether you're old, whether you like me, whether you don't like me, I am absolutely you. And this win is absolutely ours. Now, little business before I got out of here. They're going to tell you who we vote for is important, and it is. Who we vote for on the big stage is important, but it's more important you know who your city council person is, who your prosecutor is. And if you don't like the people running, run your black ass to the poll and run yourself. Thank you, BT. I love you and good night.
Wow.
So, once again, using these platforms to to basically put out political propaganda.
Yeah, man.
Using it once again.
That's crazy.
Now look, I'm gonna do this. Anybody want to call in? I got the number, but it kind of changed, man. I guess they said that I hadn't used it. It was inactive, whatever. Man, I got 2 damn calls, but okay. What's the damn number? 804 571 4050. That's the number you might want to call in. All right. So that's that. Cool. But go show you what they think of us. I'm gonna show you one other thing, Frank. Tomorrow night tomorrow night I'm gonna play some of my girl. I gotta play my girl Crimson Cure. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow night, man. Try to do it tomorrow night.
Security.
Let's see.
Should be going in, man.
Yeah, she had another one up there talking about the woman said that she don't like when a man say that he don't like talking to a woman because of her weight or something. But the guy was like, "Yep, you put qualifications on men height and stuff like that too." So
they got qualifications for all that. The D size, the height, the money, that's just ridiculous, bro. You know what I'm saying? But see, how come when it's addressed towards a female, it's colorist or it's like a fat shaming, but when it comes down to a so-called black man, you never hear colorism or fat shaming when it comes out of that. Interesting. It's just one way, huh? Colorism just goes one way. That shit is wild.
Now check this out. I'm about to now. Wait a minute now. You ain't gonna believe this. Now, didn't I tell you Megan Thee Stallion was on the BET Award last night? Well, guess who Megan Thee Stallion was with today? Are you ready?
Or Taylor Swift or somebody? I don't fucking know. Somebody white.
Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp, and Meg Thee Stallion.
Wow. But see, this is all staged. That lets you know this is all staged, though. Now all of a sudden he got her on there now. Right after the awards.
So Shannon Sharp had Cat Williams on there, and now you got Meg Thee Stallion. Go figure. All the clowns are coming out to join the circus.
Right?
But
they pushed that. Hey, they pushed those awards.
It is, man.
They be
All
pushing
the clowns
those
coming
awards
out to join the circus.
You see how they pushed the awards for some kind of political? That shit is some bullshit, man. Like, well, see, you know what? You know what they'll say too, and you know what type of shit they'll be pushing. Oh, here's your tangibles right there. Here go your tangibles. You know what I'm saying? Here goes. You feel me? Because we're gonna give you this bullshit symbolism, and then we're gonna, you know what I mean, tell you about Democrat Party, and then we're gonna tell you that they're for you, and then that's it. You're not gonna get nothing out of it, but we just gonna push that shit on you, and you're gonna feel happy, and you're gonna be in your emotions. They know we be in our emotions, man. Like a motherfucker, man. They know that. Y'all see what I'm saying?
You're right. Yeah, I wonder where Shaq went to.
We be hella in our emotions, man.
Yep. It's kind of crazy, man, but it goes to show you how crazy this thing is. But, I mean, it was very cringeworthy. What they did, of course, starting out with Kamala and her entourage. So, but that's about it, man. I just wanted to come on for a little bit. I think the mom getting the Crimson Cure thing and things like that. What it is, what it is. I just laugh at it, man. Make sure y'all, if you can, get some charcoal toothpaste, whatever. Don't worry about the fluoride too much. Things like that. Your health is your wealth.
That's real though.
And you don't want to be caught with your pants down right now with all these stuff they trying to put on you. You know what I'm saying? So people need to
they never lie.
Think what's going on. Watch the meat, because they're not labeling this lab-grown meat. They're not telling you. That's what the issue was. Not that they were not labeling it. If you want to eat lab-grown meat, that's on you. But that's on you, man. I mean, it is. They say food and money shall soon part. But go ahead, Frank. Charge your information, man.
Yo, man, y'all can hit me up at XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube, also on Instagram, and then I got my other page, Frank Jones 8115. Y'all tap in. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. You know what I mean, and check me out. Check out the content. I'll be going in. You feel me?
Yeah. I don't know where Shaq is actually. I thought he was home, but you can get him at Shaq Wilder. Shaq. It was Instagram. Shakira's. It was on Facebook. You've been doing some great work. You brought up some great points about the fluoride and drinking water. It's just a conversation needs to be had, man, because there's a lot of this stuff that's going on and people not really talking about it. But he just hit me up. Hey. Man. Yeah. He just texted me. All right. I don't know what's going on with that. What you got going on, but you can get me at King BJ Johnson right here, YouTube, kingbjmedia.com. Bernard Johnson, Facebook, Bernard, 11121 Instagram, 1987 BJ1 Twitter, $, 1919 BJ Cash App. Want to send donation. Like I said, things. People in Florida, I don't know in Florida, but it was a hurricane named Burl. They said it was a category 4. I think anybody out there listening, if you got a hurricane, be safe. They impacting the weather. They doing all types of stuff. They lied here in Richmond, Virginia last week, said that it was the hottest it's been. And I went and looked, and the hottest, it was like 80 or 100 years ago. It was 107. So they go to show you they be lying, man.
Pushing that climate change.
Yeah, man. They had the newspaper yesterday. Which, matter of fact, when I was young, I used to actually work at a newspaper company at night, man. And the newspaper was $1. That newspaper is $3 or $4 for Sunday paper now. I said, this is crazy. But I will say this. They had on there record-breaking heat conditions in Richmond, Virginia. Or something like that. And they were talking about the heat. How hot it's been. Then last night we had thunderstorm. This morning it was 62 degrees outside and it was 82 throughout the day. Yo.
Oh shit.
What the hell they got going on, dog?
Yeah, I was shocked.
They put niggas on vanish mode and shit, man. They crazy.
Yeah.
Huh?
You know what's weird about this though? Why are they naming these hurricanes and these storms? That lets you know, are they the ones that are making these motherfuckers? Why are they naming them, dude? Is this some kind of scientific experiment? Why are they naming them? To keep track? I don't know, man. Just me. I'm just thinking. I don't know. That's weird. Hurricane Andrew, Hurricane Bertha, like, you know what I mean? What's really good with that, man?
But look, Shaq, the crazy part, Shaq, I didn't know what happened. I had already shouted the information, but you can shout your own information now. Do it again, because I might have missed something. Oh yes, Frank. They also had a naked bike ride in Chicago. Yo, I'm like, come on, man.
But see, are they anybody gonna get hit with indecent exposure?
No, it was sanctioned.
Well, see, when the whiteys want to do something, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. They get their little permits. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You know.
Oh, hey, man, not to cut you, Frank, but yeah, I sent you a couple things, man, on Instagram, man. You see the Pride fight up there in Philly? Did you play that? The brawl they had at the Pride in Philly?
Oh, they had a fight?
Yeah, up in Philly, bro.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
What
See, they block a lot. If they got me in Vantage mode, then I send it to you, then they probably delete it. If you look, it probably in Vantage mode, it's like, man. And that ain't put you in Vantage mode, dog. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Hey,
Wow,
look,
Frank.
check this out.
Hmm?
There you go. The world naked bike ride returns to Chicago. So they're gonna have a naked bike ride.
They're doing it in the Midwest too, right?
There you go.
I wonder if the conservatives white conservatives gonna have anything to say
The
about
20 years been held in Chicago.
Since they always got something to say about Chicago.
Probably
fake
will,
stats,
but it is what it
stats,
is.
fake stats that they be putting out and shit.
Man, what's his name?
You know what I also peep too? Like the rural poor towns, white towns of this country that you never hear about them on the news. Why is that? You never hear about the crime rate or whatever over there. You know what I'm saying? When they're poverty-stricken areas. Of course, poverty-stricken areas are gonna have crime or poverty. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know, disparities and shit. You feel me? I'm saying, like any group, but they try to make it seem like it's just us. It's like that shit is crazy. Then I tell you, the Creed people will shoot. They be doing the most welfare fraud. The Creed people, nobody talk about that, right? But we're the ones on welfare the most, though, right?
Man, dude.
You feel me?
Yeah, they got the game on lock, man. They got the game on lock, bro. But they'll say they got the game on lock, man.
Well, look, Shaq.
Tim, I'm gonna say them people that claim to be Native Americans, they got the game on lock too. They getting money and stuff from the government. Plus, they got certain programs and stuff that they can sign up for. Get $70,000 a year, $30,000 a year. Plus, they can still sign up for certain government assistance too. But they saying that we sucking up all that bullshit.
Well, I'm gonna say this, brother. That this thing is getting a little wild. People need to be careful. Watch what they're doing. Watch where you are. Watch what you eat. Like I said, watch everything. I'm trying to come back on tomorrow. I got to cover that thing with Crimson Q. I got a couple other things. But like I said, I'm gonna put it one more time because you came back, Shaq. If you get some charcoal toothpaste, that's fine. You can get some black seed and coconut, that'd be fine too. Or anything with turmeric, aloe vera, things like that. And like I said, it does have baking soda in it, which is good too. So, but hey, you the key to your own success, and you the key to your own health. So that being said, y'all take your time. Have a good night.
All right,
and let's try to get this thing. Take your time.
All right.